Hi guys, Steffi here and welcome back to the channel. Right, today I am back with, oh my god, what number is it? Number 5? Yeah, I think it's number 5 of my Disney series. And this has come up to you a bit later than the previous videos have, just because of work. And then my mum needed something from the range today, so obviously I had to go with her. You know, I just couldn't let her go alone. So yeah, we ended up being out for a couple of hours. And I've just been trying to get things sorted because I wanted to do as much prep work as I could before I came on camera. So please use your imagination because this one is not decorated. But this is what we're going to make today. And just hold it down. Oh, sorry about the glare. It's going to be, is it called a perpetual desk calendar? And this, obviously you can turn your numbers over on here. I've got the months on these ones here where you just turn them round. So you can change the date and the month, and I thought it would be really, really nice to do one of these. So it's the first time I've ever made anything like this, so hopefully when I do it on camera it will be okay. And as you can see, I've already made one of the boxes and 2 of the months. The rectangles, we'll be making them on camera as well. So I have used chipboard for the sides, and this is a medium weight chipboard that I got off Amazon. I think I got 20, oh no, it wasn't off Amazon, sorry, it was off eBay. And I paid $19.50 or something like that for 25 sheets. Because I've been needing a lot of this because I was telling you I bought the Crafty Companion templates from Genevieve Designs. So yeah, I needed some medium weight chipboard. Right, so I'm going to go into making this out a bit first, okay? So what you're going to need for that, you're going to need a piece of chipboard that measures 7 inches by 5.5. Then you're going to need 2 pieces of chipboard. So you're going to need 2, and they measure 7 by 3 inches. And I'll show you when I've done this, just to angle it. So you need that, and then the last piece of chipboard that you need is going to be 5.5 by 3 inches. Okay. So then what we're going to do, this binding method I have got of getting the idea from Genevieve Designs, and that's how we're going to bind it today. I'm not going to cover it like I normally do, but first of all we're going to angle this piece. So what I've done on here is I just got my ruler and I measured it 4.5 inches. So 4.5. I just put a little mark and then I just lined it up with the corner and then cut it. Once you've done one, you can just put them both together, and there's my pencil, and then just draw a line just like that. And then what we're going to use is our ruler and where have I put it, and our craft knife. This is the one I bought from the range last week, and it is really, it's a nice little craft knife actually. So you're just going to line your ruler up on here so that hits that corner and then hits that mark there, and just press down on your ruler and just it might take a few cuts, but it's better than trying to cut it all in one, and I find you get a cleaner cut when you do it like this as well. You'll be able to feel, like, there we go. And this bit, you just dispose of it. We don't need it. So that's our angled piece. Sorry, that thing just jumped in. So that what we're going to do is we're going to line these up. So it's going to go like that. Okay, just make sure you are in shot. Yeah. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to attach these ones first. Now I'm just using this magic tape by Scotch. And all I'm doing is I'm just laying them straight up, making sure they are straight. And then just tacking that in place. Honestly, I watched Genevieve do this when she was showing it on the how-to on doing our Crafty Companions. And it just looks so simple. And that's how I made the other one as well. So I was like really over the moon that it worked. So I'm just going to get another 2 pieces. And again, I don't want to get my head in. Just line that up. You can put a ruler underneath if you wanted to. So just tack those in place, just like that. And then we have those attached. So then this bottom bit, the next piece, we're just going to attach here at the bottom, and again just securing it with some tape. It doesn't matter what tape you use. I just thought I'd try this. It's quite invisible anyway, so just pop that down on both like that. Okay, so then what we want to do is we want to join it up so it goes up like this. Now another tip I got from Genevieve Designs, she calls these are construction strips. Now these I've cut to, well, must be more than 7 inches actually. What I done was, on a whole piece of A4, I just went on the back and I just covered it with double-sided tape. I have got some thick one. I've got this one here, which I got from a shop round the corner, and it's the 151, you know, like the Workman. I'm saying Workman. It you know, you can get like the glue and stuff like that, and it was only 79p, so I picked that up today. But I also have this one as well, and this one is, I think it's about 2 inches wide, and I paid 50p a roll for this one. So it's ideal just to cover the back of your strips. So what we're going to do, we're going to cover these joints here. So get my scissors. I'm going to measure it first. So what you want to do is just measure that at the top, and then come down, and you want to just mark at that bottom piece here, just like that. Okay, you see? Excuse me, I knew I should have gotten a drink before I come on camera. And then just going to snip that bit off. I meant to say I've cut these into 1-inch strips, and then I've just scored it in the middle at half. Okay, so then what we're going to do is we're just going to take a little bit off each corner. Just make sure I get the angle right, because I kept on getting it wrong before. Yep, and I'm just trying to, you know, your brain doesn't function and you need it to function. Yeah. Oops, I'm stuck. And then just get your pokey tool. Might be a bit of a pain taking this off because it's edge to edge. Oh, there we go. It's calling me a liar. So then what you want to do is you just want to line this up. Don't worry about it overhanging this bit, because we'll cut this bit after we've done it. Just want to line that score line up, and then bring that all the way down to the bottom. Oh, I'm going to line up here first, get that caught and that bit on there. And it just helps to hide the joints. So you just press that down. And then what we're going to do, we've got that little bit overhang here. You can just simply use your scissors, or you can use your craft knife. And it just helps to hide the joins. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do that to this side and along the bottom, and then I'll be right back. Right, so I've went ahead and I've done the same on this side, and then also on here. And then what I've done is you need 2 pieces as well, because you need one that's going to go on either side of these flaps. So this one here I've already stuck down, so this bit needs to be stuck together, but we'll take this release paper off here first. And if you want to do this a different way, the whole construction of this, then, you know, please feel free. I'm just showing you how I decided to come up with it. So you just want to obviously notch the edges again, and you just want to line that on that edge there and go right up, and then just press that down with your bone folder. Okay, now comes the bit where we are going to attach these. So you just want to bring that round, and you want to line it up with the tape. You don't want to make it chipboard to chipboard. Can you see what I mean there? You just want to line up that card. So just press that down, and then we're going to do exactly the same with this one, making sure that we line it up with the tape and not the chipboard. This bit seems a bit wide, but so then just press that in there like that, and then that is the basis of what we're going to put our boxes in. But as for these edges here, because they look a bit unfinished and they look a bit ratty, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do exactly the same with the construction strips and put them on both of these sides, along here, around the bottom and down there. So you don't have to watch me do that. I'm going to go off camera and I'm going to get that, and then when we come back we will be doing the boxes. Or we could mat it. I haven't decided which way we're doing it round yet. But yeah, we'll pop these bits on. Okay, 1 second. Right, so I've done that now, and I've just added strips to all of these joints just to cover that chipboard, and it just looks so much neater. And that is it on the inside. So what we'll do now is we're going to mat this first. Okay, I'm not matting this bottom piece because it won't be seen, but I am going to mat everything else. So for this piece, we're going to use this here and just make sure that it's going to fit, otherwise I might need to, oh no, what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly trim it down a little bit. I can't even remember what this measures, I'll soon tell you. Okay, so this currently measures 5 5/8. I'm going to take it down to 5 1/2, and I'm going to take 1/8 off the top as well. So this now measures, let's get the proper measurements. Where is me? For the inside, I'll change this now. So that was, let's just have a look. Oh yes, that is still at 6 7/8 inches by 5. So that is the measurement there for this piece. Now let's see if that, yeah, that's better now. So that's the size that we need for the back. Then for the inside, oh, that was the inside actually. I think this measures exactly the same. Yeah. So you need 2. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean that. You need 2 of these, okay? And the back. Okay. So we're going to have this one going in there, just like that. Okay, and then for the side panels you're going to need 4 pieces, and these will measure, I think I've got it wrote down here somewhere, I'm trying to be super organised. So the side pieces need to measure 2 7/8 by 6 7/8, okay, and you need 4 of those. So what you're going to do, just move that to one side, is what I'd done was I put my paper on here, and then, sorry, it's not just going in right, and then all I'd done was I just made a little mark here, and then one at the top to where I wanted that to join, so that would determine on my border. So, and then I just got my ruler and I drew a line just straight down like that. So we're just going to go ahead and we're going to cut that with our knife, and this hopefully will work. And then to get the other piece, what you could do is lay your piece on top and then just trace around it. Okay, so these two I've already pieced together as well. So which way was I doing it? We'll stick this one in first. I might need to take a smidge off that one actually. It just seems a bit snug. So just take a tiny, like I've took that much off. Excuse me. And I'm going to use liquid glue. You could use your double-sided sticky tape if you want to, but I just like using wet glue because I know it's going to stick and it's not going anywhere. So let's get my glue to work. Just go ahead and just put your glue on. And obviously as you can see, I'm actually using my Alice in Wonderland papers. I got these for my birthday off my mum, along with the Beauty and the Beast kit as well. And I was contemplating, do I hoard it for a while? What do I do? And I thought, you know what it is, I'm going to come on. And I mean, obviously this one will be getting given away as well this week. So this will be one of the prizes that you can win this week. And the same rules apply of the last couple of weeks as well. All I'd like you to do is to give this video a big thumbs up. And also leave a comment. It can be anything you like. And it is open UK only, I'm afraid, just because of postage costs. But yeah, all you need to do is give me a thumbs up and like this. Give me a thumbs up and comment, sorry, and I will put your name into a draw. Now, I probably will be doing another video this week as well. I've got one planned, and hopefully I can get it up to you. So if you need to comment on both videos, because I'll be giving them away as a set. So, you know, like last week it was the mini flip album and the folder for it to sit in, for you to gift it in. And hopefully the recipient will have received that now. So Sue, I hope you've received that okay in the post. And yeah, so I'm just trying. It is challenging me doing this series, but I am enjoying it. I'm not going to lie. It's just trying to keep that work-life balance. I'm sure I'm not the only one that feels that way. So yeah, I'm sorry, I should have really paused this video while I'm sticking all these mats on. But yeah, hopefully you don't mind too much and you don't mind listening to me waffle on neither. Which is always a good thing. And yeah, I'm actually really, really proud of this. Like, I've seen them done. I haven't followed anybody's measurements on this, and I'm really quite proud that I've come up with it by myself as well. And the fact that it's actually worked out as well. You know, when you're making something, whether you're doing it for a tutorial or whether you're just making it at home, the feeling is there's nothing better than actually having an idea in your head and it coming to light. And yeah, I just love it. So then we're going to have these ones on here like that. Just got a couple more to do, just the two sides and the back, and then we're going to move on to making the cubes. And yeah, they'll be really super easy as well. I think sometimes the worst part as well is picking what papers you want to use, because I don't know, I mean, I like to hoard stuff anyway. You all probably guessed that, and you all know it, and I can't help but buy stuff. I was in the Disney shop yesterday as well, so I've got a haul to film for you for that as well, so I hope you don't mind. Then I've picked up a few more bits from the range today, and you know, I mean, a couple of things I like thought, oh well, I need that for this video. I didn't need it all. I just really, really wanted some of it. So that's what I done. I'm blaming my mum because she needed to go to the range for something. And yeah, we're just going to go with blaming my mum. It's okay. She doesn't mind and she knows I'm blaming her anyway. She's Sarah Cross from me crafting at the moment. So if you hear any noises or anything like that, then it's my mum. Either on the dye machine or just doing a few little crafty bits. Right, so this is the last piece now. Sorry guys, I'm going as quick as I can. I could have totally paused the video. And I'm just going to lie that down. Get rid of that glue seepage there. The best thing about wet glue as well is it gives you plenty of time for wiggle room as well. Tape, once it's down, that's it. It's down. There's no coming back from it. So yeah, that is our box covered. And I think it's looking pretty cool actually. So obviously you've got to think, we've got to go with 2 boxes here, and they just fit in there really nicely. And then our deer box. So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to make one of these. So for this, you will need a piece of card that measures 11.5 inches by 8.25 inches, and then on the long side you want to score it at 2 3/4, 5.5, 8.25 and 11, and then you just want to rotate it onto the short side, and you want to score it at 2 3/4 and 5.5. So let's just go ahead and quickly fold and burnish all of these score lines. Just making a simple cubed box. This cube measures 2 3/4 in circumference on all sides. Look at the mess I've got. Right. Oh, I've missed one. Right, so now the first thing you want to do is on this skinny strip here, you want to cut away these 2 rectangles because we don't need those. So I'm just going to cut down, and then notch, and then notch into this one, and cut down those 2. And then on each of these score lines, let me see, then you can see, these score lines here, these 3 score lines, you just want to cut straight up. Okay, what I tend to do is I tend to cut straight up, because I like to cut the score line out because I think this gives a much neater finish. So just cut up, and then literally you're just cutting another skinny line up there, and then any bit you just pull it towards you, and that just leaves that tiny little gap. Now I am going to pause the video while I go and cut these sides, and then I'll be right back. Right, okay, so once you've cut them, you'll have something that looks like that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to mat the paper before we put it together. So of course I've already done these, and this is the paper that I've gone for. Oh, sorry for the glare of that gold foiling. And these need to measure, camera focus, 2 5/8 by 2 5/8, and you need 6 for each cube. Okay, and then for these numbers, all I've used for those is the large number framelit dies, and these are from Stampin' Up, and from when I was a demonstrator. I don't know if they still do these because I haven't been on Stampin' Up in such a long time, but yeah, that's what I've used. So then basically we're just going to put some of these on here. So I'm just going to stick them down, and then I will be back. Right, okay, so I've stuck them down. I went to stick them on that one, it's got glue on, but it doesn't make any difference because we're going to be gluing it together anyway. And what I meant to say is the numbers that I put on each one. Because obviously you need a 6. Oh, sorry, the glare. You need a 6 where it's non-directional, so you can use it as a 6 or the 9. So on each one, oh wait there, I think I've done this. 1, 2, I think I've done this wrong actually. Oh no, I haven't. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mustn't have that one on there. 1 second while I pause it. I think I've gone wrong here somewhere. Right, sorry about that. Right, I realised my mistake. What I'd done was I'd cut 2 3s instead of 2 0s. So these are the numbers on here that I have on each cube. So I've got 0, 1 and a 2 on both cubes. And I've got 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8 on different cubes. And this is obviously your 6 will turn around, and that will be your 9. Okay, so that's how I've got that. So I'm just going to glue this together. So you just want some glue on that end bit. Fold it over, and then just press that down. Glue seepage is fine. it dries clear, so you don't have to worry about that. So then next what we're going to do is you're going to fold in the flap. I'm going to put some glue on there. Doesn't have to be a great deal. And then make sure it's square, and then put that piece over, and then attach your next piece, and then we'll also put some glue on here as well. So obviously this one has got your pattern on, so that one will go over last. So just bring that over, again just making sure it's square, and then your last piece goes down like that. Okay. But you know by now that I don't edit my videos, and I like to leave my mistakes in because it shows that I'm only human at the end of the day, you know, and you know I still make mistakes as well as, you know, countless others I would imagine. It's just the joys of crafting. Again, you just want to line that over, making sure it's square. And then want this one in next, because you've got a pattern paper on the other side. And we'll just attach some glue on here too. So bring this side in, let's press that down, and then bring that last side around. And then that is how easy it is to do your cube. And then that will hopefully fit. It's a bit of a tight squeeze at the moment actually, but it'll be okay. Just needs working a little bit. And that is how it's looking so far. So the last thing we need to do is to do this little box. I'll give you the measurements and I'll show you where to cut away, but then the rest of it is done in exactly the same way, putting together as this is. Okay, so for this you're going to need a piece of card, and this measures, until it focuses, come on, come on, come on, going to focus. Yeah, so it measures 7 1/4 by 4. On the long side you want to score it at 7/8 of an inch and 6 3/8 of an inch. On the short side you want to score it, so on this side you want to score it at, it was this way, I don't know, wasn't it? So you want to score it at 7/8 of an inch, 1 3/4 of an inch, 2 5/8 and 3 1/2. And then we're just going to fold and burnish on those lines here. And then all you want to do is on this skinnier section here, just want to cut away both of those rectangles. So just snip those away. And then again like that. And then again, what you want to do is you want to cut up these score lines. And just pull them towards you. I'm going to do this on both sides of the box. I might as well just do it with you now. I'm on doing it now, so I'm trying to keep this to under 34 minutes, because otherwise if it goes over 34 minutes I have to join my videos together. Don't know why, but that seems to be the maximum length of time that my phone will let me record. Sometimes it can be a pain. I mean, I know how to do it now because it's happened to me on quite a few occasions where I've got to put it together. So then what we're going to do is we're going to do the mats for these rectangles. And I've already prepped these here. Get that piece of rubbish off there. So these are the bits that we need. And these will measure 5 3/8 of an inch by 3 1/4 of an inch. You need 4 for each rectangle. Now the letters I've used, just in case you're wondering, is some I got from the range today, and it is these Anita's outline stickers, and I just love the font on these. I did get several packs because I couldn't be bothered to work out how many I'd need. So to do all of the months All I needed to go into the second pack for was 1E. All the rest I got out of one sheet. You can still see I've got quite a few stickers left. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to stick all of these on here. Then we'll be attaching glue to this smaller flap and then just making it up like we did with the cubes. So once I've done that, I'll be right back. Right, so I've done that last box now. So these boxes fit along there, and then obviously you just change them to whatever month you want. You can move them around. Now this one, I'm not going to lie, this one is a bit more snug than my prototype. It does gape a little bit there on the sides, if you can see. That would really bug me a little bit. But, you know, I do think it's really, I do love it. It might be because the papers are quite thick. So the last little bit that I'm going to do, I pulled this top right, and there's just Cheshire Cat and saying we're all mad here. And I've just attached some foam tape. And I'm going to turn it around so I can, and sorry, I know this is upside down for you guys, but I need it to be this way. And I think I'm just going to have it overlapping just a little, oh, maybe it's about there. So let's just stick that down there. Make sure, yeah, I've covered it there. And there we go. This is my version of a perpetual calendar, one that is interchangeable. You can change it, it lasts you as long as it's made, really. And I just think it's really, really cute. So we've got using the Alice papers here. And yeah, so I really, really, really hope that you like what I've made today. I'm sorry for all of the pausing and then starting of the video. It was just to try and keep it as short as humanly possible. Don't forget to give me the thumbs up, please, and also to comment on this video if you'd like to be in a chance with winning this project. I will have another project up either, I'm going to say Friday or Saturday, and if you, like I said, if you go on over and check them out, that'd be greatly appreciated. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys, and speak to you later. Bye.